Hi, I am extremely sorry. I could not join the meeting. I was struggling to join it. I'm facing major technical
Okay,
issues today.
okay, it's
Hello,
all right.
how are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. It was a tiring day today, so I'm a little bit tired, but it was overall a great day. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for asking. It's been a very stressful day for me because I can't clearly log into anything. But
Oh,
it's not even like two. How is it a tiring day already? Aren't vacations going on?
yeah, they are going on, but there are a lot of homeworks we have to do, the vacation homework. And today I was doing this Sanskrit homework, and the most difficult part is that we have to do the homework and write everything in Sanskrit, not even Hindi, all Sanskrit.
Oh, really? But
Yeah, that's
isn't like Sanskrit, the writing for Sanskrit very similar to the writing of Hindi?
it's very similar, but in Hindi, let's take an example that Ram ka bhai. So it's not Ram, there's a word ka, and we use that as a particle in our sentence. But in Sanskrit, it's like Rame, Ramabhyam, Rameshu, something like that. So it's always so confusing.
Okay, so if you have to say ki, that I am on Clapingo today in Sanskrit, how would you say it?
I don't know, but it's something like aham, clapping, go. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so is it like the very basic Sanskrit that you're learning right now?
It's very basic, I would say. We learn to do our introduction, Mam Nam Arundhati, like that. And what else did we do? We did some reading exercises. We have a whole book, and we read it, and it's all in Sanskrit. We read it, and the teacher translates the words and the sentences, and we just write the meaning of the words, the difficult words, because overall it's easy to understand, but some difficult words we just write the meanings, and then we have a whole test on that we have to explain the meaning of the sentences in Hindi.
Okay, got it. So you just have to translate Sanskrit into Hindi.
Yeah,
Is that how?
and sometimes we have to do the vice versa, Hindi to Sanskrit.
Okay, got it. Okay, this sounds interesting, but I'm pretty sure it's not that interesting when it comes to
Yeah.
following it. Wow, that's nice. So is this like your second language in school, English and then Sanskrit?
No, it's a third language. First
Okay.
it's English, then Hindi, then Sanskrit.
Okay. So do you just start learning? So you just started learning it. Is it gonna be like, are you gonna have like a board exam for Sanskrit? Or
I'm
how is
not
it gonna
sure
be?
about that, but we started learning Sanskrit from class 6. But we have only 4 classes per month for Sanskrit. So we are going on a very slow pace, and I'd say that we are just on the beginner level.
Okay, got it. So it's just like a third language that once you get into the what board are you studying in?
CBSE.
CBSE. Okay. So I have no idea how CBSE works. Otherwise, I would have
Okay.
known how Sanskrit is and would it be there for your boards. Okay, anyways, did you have a chance to read your session document that was provided?
Yeah, it is Irrational Fears, I think.
Yes, that's correct. So when I say irrational fears, what's the first thing that comes in your mind?
I would say that irrational fears, that meaning, its meaning comes in my mind, because irrational is a difficult word, and I got to know its meaning just a few days ago. So I just have that meaning just in my mind, and the first thing that comes in my mind would probably be that irrational fears being odd or weird, some odd and weird fears that we have, right?
Yes. Okay. Do you know what's the opposite for irrational?
Probably no. Rational?
Yes. So, can you behave rationally? Like, a lot of
Hmm.
times people use this phrase and they use this word called rational
Yeah.
and they expect you to, like, can you behave rationally? Basically,
Okay.
rationally means can you behave in the right way or can you behave in a way
Hmm.
that's at least, acceptable or, right for the situation right now? I mean, I hope I'm getting to you
Yeah,
with
yeah, I got it.
what I'm trying to say. Okay, perfect. Could you make a sentence on irrational real quick for me?
Okay. My best friend acts irrational whenever we are out in public.
Yes, perfect. Bang on. I think all our friends are, and friends are to embarrass us. So that's all
Yes.
good. Okay. So irrational fears. Do you have any such fears?
I do have a fear, but I don't know if it's rational or irrational. It's the fear of lizards and frogs.
Well, that's definitely rational. It's not irrational. Being scared
Okay.
of lizards is completely normal. So
Hmm.
that's a rational fear. Please don't call it an irrational fear.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm scared to death when it comes to lizards. And I see a lizard on the
Oh.
wall and you see me jumping everywhere in the room.
You know what happened last day? I had to go into a room to get something. I think it was a book, and I was in a class actually. It was an online class, and I only had a few seconds to get that book. But the problem was that there was a very big lizard in that room.
Oh God. How did you deal with that situation then?
I just came back to the other room. I didn't go into that room. I just did the whole online class without the book.
Okay, okay. But was that online class helpful though? Since you did it without a book.
I actually downloaded the online PDF.
Ah, okay. Now that everything's become online, it's so much more easier for us to do things
Yeah.
that we don't really need physical copies anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you generally write and learn, or is it like you just have to read and then you learn? How is your learning process like?
It depends. If I'm learning a language, so it's definitely, for example, let's take English or Hindi or Sanskrit. So in that, my tactic would be read and learn. But if I'm learning social science, if I'm studying social science or maths or even science, because those are a little difficult for me to understand, then I go for the write and learn technique.
Got it, got it, got it. What do you think is more beneficial for you, reading or writing and learning?
I feel like writing is really beneficial because then the things that you write, the notes, they just get fixed in your mind, and then you'll be able to remember them in future when you're writing about it in a test or maybe something like that.
Got it, got it. Wow, yeah, that always helps. Okay, so I also wanted to ask you, how long have you been on Clapingo for?
I think I joined in the month of August, so maybe 8 or 9 months.
Okay, and has this been beneficial for you in any way? Are you kind of seeing an improvement in your
Yeah.
English?
Yeah, when I look back to my previous videos, my initial videos, so at that time, my English, I used to stop sometimes and I just completely black out, and I used to not get the words at that particular moment, but now I feel like there is an improvement in that.
Okay, perfect. Is it helping you anyways in school? Are you becoming more confident, or can you speak better in class? Is that helping you in any way?
Yeah, yeah, I feel like I am speaking better in the class.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. Cool. So let's move on to the session document real quick. But
Okay.
before we start our topic today, there are a few idioms that I would like to discuss with you. The
Okay.
first one is heart missed a beat.
It means to be very scared and so scared that your heart just skipped a beat.
Yes, that's correct. Have you already gone through the session document?
I haven't gone through it, but I know this idiom.
Okay, shake like a leaf.
It means to be trembling in fear, just to be
Yes,
very scared.
yes, that's correct. Okay, there is one more word that I would like to discuss with you, which is out of the session document. And since you're already very confident when it comes to speaking in English, I still feel there's a lack of vocabulary over here. So let's just
Yeah.
enhance that vocab. My heart was palpitating.
It also means to be very scared or your heart was just beating really fast because of the situation.
Okay, so when you're super scared, you know that feeling in your heart, that for one
Hmm.
second, that feeling that comes, it's not like your
Yeah.
heart's stopping to beat, but you just feel very empty inside. That's when
Yeah.
you're palpitating because you're so
Okay.
scared
Okay,
that
got it.
you don't know what's gonna happen next. And it's also
Hmm.
because you're so anxious.
Okay.
Okay, my anxiety started kicking in.
I know this phrase or expression, but I cannot express it in words. It's just that I started becoming anxious.
My anxiety started kicking in when I realized that my results are gonna come in the next 2 days.
I started becoming anxious,
Yes.
and
So
yes.
it's that you've yet not reached that point where you're like,
Hmm.
oh my God, what's gonna happen? But
Yeah.
it's like a build up. Oh God, it's going to
Hmm.
happen. It's going to happen. There are just 2 more days for my result to come.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is something that I actually want you to do. I want you to go through a few vocab words on a daily basis because
Hmm.
all I'm seeing is that you're super confident and you're talking really well. So that's not an issue at all. So communication is not a problem. But the only problem that I feel is vocabulary. And that's also because you're really young right now and you'll
Hmm.
come across new words every day. But I
Yeah.
mean, being well versed in English is something that everyone wants. And why not
Yeah.
add like an extra few brownie points in your essays when you can put in a few vocab words.
Yeah.
So I just want you to learn 5 vocab words on a daily basis. Are you
All right.
okay with doing that? Do you have the time to do that?
Yeah, I can go for five vocabulary words.
Yes, yes. Are you reading books?
Yeah, I love to read books.
Okay. And what's the book you're currently reading?
As of now, I'm reading this Alice in the Wonderland book.
Oh my God, I love that book. It's the but I like the movie more. I'm sorry, but the book is also really nice. Have you seen
Yeah.
the movie?
No, I haven't, but I do know about it.
Okay, okay, wow, that's amazing. You should see the movie once you're done with the book because you can relate to the movie
Hmm.
even more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice. Okay, cool. We do not have much time in our session and it's coming to an end. Is there anything that you would like to say?
No, I do not have anything in my mind, but this conversation was really amazing.
Great. So thank you so much for choosing me. It was a wonderful class. I really enjoyed talking to you. I just want you to work on your vocab because that's super, super, super important for you. Other than that, I don't know why are you on this platform for such a long time. Please just join us and become a tutor so that you can teach people how to speak in English. You just need to thorough up on your vocab a little. Otherwise, I feel that you're good to go.
All right.
So in school, do you guys have like debate competitions and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And are you participating in any?
yeah. I did participate in the last 2 years, and I think I secured some position like first or second. And this year it hasn't happened yet.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So not only are you a good talker, but you can also debate really well. Wow, superb.
Thank
What
you.
are your plans for the future? What are you planning to do?
I actually want to become an IAS officer in my future.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I mean, I'm definitely sure you'll clear the interview round. All you need to work on is your prelims and your main exam.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, great. So thank you so much for choosing me. Have a wonderful day. See you soon.